Did your Galaxy Foldable miss out on the One UI 7 update? Well, there's good news. Samsung just brought it back, and not only is the update rolling out again, it's better than before. When Samsung first started rolling out One UI 7, the Galaxy S24 series took center stage, but not everything went smoothly. Due to some unexpected issues, Samsung had to pause the update rollout for multiple devices, not just the Galaxy S24, S24 Plus, and S24 Ultra, but also the latest foldable phones like the Galaxy Z Fold 6, the Galaxy Z Flip 6, and the Galaxy Z Fold SE. For a while, it was radio silence. Users who were waiting eagerly for Android 15 with One UI 7 were left hanging. But now, Samsung has restarted the process, and it's not just a simple restart, it's a more stable version of One UI 7, which should fix the earlier bugs and problems. Right now, this updated firmware is showing up in South Korea. People who've owned the Fold 6, Flip 6, and Fold SE can go to their phone settings, tap on Software Update, and hit download and install to grab the new version. But what about everyone else outside Korea? Chances are this newer version of the update will start rolling out to other countries soon. Samsung originally planned to push One UI 7 to all major flagship models in April, but because of delays, some users might now have to wait until May. That includes people in other regions and also those who had already received the first version of the update. The restart of the update process isn't limited to foldables. Samsung already resumed the One UI 7 rollout for the Galaxy S24 lineup on April 17. Now, with the foldables joining in, it's clear the company is getting back on track with its update schedule. Looking ahead, Samsung has more updates planned for next month. Devices like the Galaxy S23 series, the Galaxy Z Fold 5, and even mid-range models like the Galaxy A55 and A56 are all expected to get One UI 7 in May. So if your phone hasn't been updated yet, hang in there, it's coming. One UI 7 brings Android 15, but it's not just about a new version of Android. Samsung has added several useful features, visual changes, and performance improvements across the board. Whether it's smoother animations, better battery usage, or privacy upgrades, this is an update that most users have been looking forward to. For foldable devices in particular, software updates are a big deal. These phones are still new territory for many users, and Samsung continues to fine-tune how One UI works on the flexible displays. A clean, bug-free experience matters even more when you're dealing with foldable screens and all their unique features. So if you've got a Galaxy Z Fold 6, Flip 6, or Fold SE, now's the time to check for updates. This latest One UI 7 firmware is expected to give a smoother experience without the glitches some users saw during the initial rollout. And if your phone hasn't received the update yet, don't worry, it's just a matter of time. Samsung seems to be moving cautiously now to make sure things go right. The delays may be frustrating, but at least they're working to get it right rather than rushing it out again. If you found this update helpful, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We've got more tech news and software updates coming your way. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you in the next video. Curious about what's coming next after One UI 7? While the rollout for One UI 7 isn't completely finished yet, Samsung has already moved on to developing the next update, One UI 8. Even though it's still early, we're starting to see some exciting hints about what's in store for users in the near future. So, what should you expect from One UI 8? Well, it's not going to be another massive redesign like One UI 7. Typically, Samsung doesn't follow up a big design overhaul with another one right away. But that doesn't mean One UI 8 doesn't have its share of improvements. Instead of focusing on radical changes, One UI 8 seems to be all about fine-tuning and adding useful features to enhance the user experience. One of the notable additions is a feature called Now Brief. This was first introduced on a few newer devices but will soon be available on many more models, extending beyond just the Galaxy S25 series. This is definitely a welcome feature for those who want quick access to important information, and it'll be exciting to see it on more devices. For those who love mobile videography, there's great news in One UI 8. One of the standout upgrades is the addition of log video recording on more phones, including the Galaxy Z Flip 6. This feature will give users more control over their video editing process, allowing them to adjust color grading and other aspects of their footage before it's even edited. Samsung is also making file sharing smoother. With One UI 8, Quick Share will get a more straightforward interface, clearly separating send and receive options. It might sound like a small change, but it will make a big difference when it comes to transferring files between devices, making the process much more user-friendly. In terms of design, One UI 8 will introduce some subtle changes to the Quick panel. The toggles will get a new look with extra shading that makes them appear more layered and polished. It's not a complete redesign, but it will bring a refreshed look to an often used feature. Another change users will notice is in how menus look in apps like Gallery. Instead of flat menus, One UI 8 will use a circular design around the menu options, making them easier to see and tap on. This is a small update, but it's one of those little tweaks that can make a big difference in how you interact with your phone on a daily basis. While these are some of the key features we've seen so far, there's still a lot more to look forward to. Since the update is still in development, Samsung could add even more features before the official release. Some rumors suggest that there could be improvements in multitasking, new options for the lock screen widgets, and better control in Samsung DeX mode. There's also talk of minor updates to the Galaxy AI features, but nothing's been confirmed yet. Even though One UI 8 isn't likely to be as revolutionary as One UI 7, it's not a bad thing. One UI 7 brought a lot of major changes, and now One UI 8 is shaping up to be more of a refinement, with small but impactful updates that will make the overall experience smoother and more polished. It's all about making the system better without changing things too drastically. The clock is ticking though. Samsung typically reveals its new foldable phones at the Unpacked event in the summer, and One UI 8 is expected to launch alongside the Galaxy Z Fold 7 and Galaxy Z Flip 7. This means we won't have to wait too long for the final version of the update, and any significant changes will need to be finalized soon. If you want to stay up to date with all the latest news in mobile tech and software, be sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Can Apple finally get it right this time? That's the question people are starting to ask after new leaks about the iPhone 17 Pro started making the rounds. We're still months away from the launch, but early details are already making waves, especially around the design. And it looks like one of the most talked about complaints might finally be getting fixed. For the last few iPhone releases, the design on the back has been a bit of a letdown for many users. The black camera section paired with a different colored rear panel never really made sense to some people. It looked like two different phones mashed together. But this year, things might be different. Leaked images suggest that Apple is going for a more consistent and clean look, with the camera area blending in with the rest of the back panel. No more awkward color contrasts, just one solid color all the way through. And this isn't just based on some random leak. Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, who's known for getting Apple news right more often than not, also said in his newsletter that the iPhone 17 Pro will drop the two-tone design. So if that odd design choice was something that stopped you from upgrading in the past, it looks like Apple has listened. Now let's talk about the camera setup. Apple isn't changing the triple lens layout, but they are tweaking how it's arranged. Instead of the current triangular style, lenses will now sit in a horizontal bar across the back of the phone. On one end, there's the LED flash, and just underneath that, the LiDAR scanner. That LiDAR sensor helps with depth and makes augmented reality features more accurate. When Apple first added 3 cameras to the iPhone 11 Pro, people weren't really sure about it. Some even called it strange or ugly. But once people actually saw the phone in person, those complaints faded. The same thing might happen again with the iPhone 17 Pro's horizontal layout. It might seem odd in pictures, but chances are it'll look better in real life, just like before. On the performance side, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max will be powered by Apple's upcoming A19 Pro chip. This chip will be built using TSMC's third-generation 3nm process, also known as N3P. At one point, there were whispers that Apple would switch to a 2nm chip this year, but that didn't work out. The costs were too high and the supply was limited. So they've saved the 2nm chips for the iPhone 18, which will bring the A20 series chips next year. Still, the A19 Pro chip is no slouch. Even though it's not a huge leap like the 2nm chip would have been, it still brings performance improvements and better power efficiency compared to the previous generation. So if you care about speed and battery life, this new chip is going to deliver solid results. Another change that's getting attention is the possible introduction of a new model called the iPhone 17 Air. This version is expected to be thinner and lighter, replacing a Plus model in the lineup. Apple seems to be focusing more on sleek and modern looks this time around, not just in the Pro models, but across all versions. If you've seen some of the early prototype leaks and were worried about the rear design or the color mismatch, it's probably safe to say that Apple is working to clean things up. They usually fine-tune everything before the final release, so what we're seeing now might not be the full picture yet. With all these updates, the iPhone 17 series is shaping up to be more polished and better thought out. So the big question now is, are you thinking of upgrading this year? Or are you holding out for the iPhone 18 with the newer chips? Tell us what you're planning in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss the next update. Did you